Stop for a second, because the FIFA World Cup 2026 is about to do something no World Cup has ever done before. More teams, more cities, more countries, more pressure. And for millions of fans across America, this won't just be another tournament. It could become the biggest sporting event they've ever experienced. But hidden behind the excitement is a story most people haven't fully realized yet. A story that could completely change how we watch the World Cup. Forever. And trust me, the biggest surprise isn't even on the field. Imagine this. You're sitting in a packed stadium. The noise is deafening. Flags are waving everywhere. The national anthem begins. Thousands of strangers suddenly feel connected by one. Emotion, hope. That's the magic of the World Cup. Not whether you followed soccer your entire life or you're just starting to understand why the world is obsessed with it. The World Cup creates something few events ever can. For a few weeks, nothing else matters. Countries dream, players become legends, and the fans witness moments they'll remember for the rest of their lives. Now imagine that feeling multiplied on a scale we've never seen before, because that's exactly what's coming in 2026. For the first time ever, the FIFA World Cup will be hosted across 3 nations: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Sounds exciting, right? But that raises a huge question. How do you organize the largest sporting event on Earth across an entire continent? And that's where things start getting interesting, because FIFA isn't just making the tournament bigger, they're completely changing the game. For decades, the World Cup featured 32 teams. That number felt untouchable, but in 2026, 48 teams will compete. 48. That's 16 more nations fighting for football's biggest prize. At first glance, it sounds simple. More teams means more soccer. But the reality is much bigger. More teams mean more stories, more underdogs, more surprises, more chances for history. Some countries that have spent generations dreaming about qualifying may finally get their moment, and every new team entering the tournament creates one powerful question. Who will become the Cinderella story of 2026? Because every World Cup has one and nobody sees it coming. But that's only the beginning. The format itself is changing. Teams will be divided into 12 groups. The competition will feature a record-breaking number of matches, which means fans will have more games, more drama, and more unforgettable moments than ever before. Yet with all these changes, another mystery emerges. Can the biggest teams handle the pressure? Because more matches don't just create opportunities, they create danger, fatigue, injuries, unexpected. Upsets one bad night could destroy years of preparation, and that's exactly why this tournament feels so unpredictable now. Let's talk about America, because the United States isn't simply hosting games, it's becoming the center of the football world. Massive stadiums sold out, crowds, international media, millions of visitors. For 1 month, the eyes of the planet will be focused on North America. Cities across the country are preparing for an event unlike anything they've hosted before. Transportation, systems, security operations, and festivals, broadcast technology, everything is being upgraded to handle the enormous demand. But perhaps the most fascinating part is what this tournament could do for soccer in the United States. For years, people have debated whether soccer could truly become one of America's biggest sports. Well, 2026 might finally answer that question. New generation of young fans will experience their first World Cup. Future players will be inspired. Communities will come together, and the sport could reach a level of popularity never seen before in the country. But wait, there's another layer to this story, because while fans are focused on the stars, scouts are watching something completely different. The next generation. Every World Cup introduces unknown players who suddenly become global superstars. A teenager nobody expected. A substitute nobody noticed. A player who arrives as a stranger and leaves as a legend. And somewhere right now, one of those future stars is preparing for their moment. The world just doesn't know their name. Yet that uncertainty is what makes the World Cup magical. Anything can happen. Every pass matters. Every goal changes history. Every mistake becomes unforgettable. And when the knockout rounds begin, the pressure reaches another level. One game, next chance, win and survive, the lose and go home. No second chances, no excuses, just pure drama. And that's when heroes are born. Now here's the part that should get every fan excited. The biggest reveal of all World Cup 2026 isn't simply the largest World Cup ever. It's designed to be the most watched, most connected, and most technologically advanced tournament in football history. Think about that. More fans, more nations, more matches, more stories, more opportunities for unforgettable moments. This isn't just an expansion, it's a transformation. The World Cup that previous generations knew is evolving into something entirely new. And whether you're watching from a stadium seat, your living room, or a phone screen somewhere across the country, you'll be part of a historic moment years from now. People won't just remember who won, they'll remember where. They were when this new era of the World Cup began, because that's what sports do at their very best. They create memories that outlive the final score. And as the countdown to kickoff continues, one thing is becoming clear. The FIFA World Cup 2026 isn't just another tournament, it's a once-in-a-generation event, a celebration of competition, a showcase of dreams, and a reminder that no matter where we come from, the beautiful game has a way of bringing the entire world together. So the question isn't whether you'll watch. The question is, are you ready for the biggest World Cup ever created? If you're excited for FIFA World Cup 2026, hit subscribe, drop your prediction for the champion in the comments, and let's experience football history together.